hereby arrest you for crimes against the sacred timeline.
Doing the old recap, I see. Come on, I don't need a previously on for a show that last aired over a year ago? Well, I stand corrected. Let's see here. We've got Loki looking handsome in a shirt and tie and thinking, damn, I'm hot, while looking at holograms of himself. Yeah, that checks out. Then we have Loki looking handsome in a shirt and tie while spitting some truth to Mobius. Yeah, I dig that. And finally, we have Loki looking handsome in a shirt and tie while hanging with the equally handsome leather-clad Lady Loki as Kang makes fun hand gestures. Great. Everything's exactly as I remember it, and I won't have any issues whatsoever understanding what's happening and why I should care. Ah, sudden Kang the concrete. Loki just exited the right of the frame to jump over the railing that was to his left, and I'll spend the next few decades thinking about what transpired the brief moment the camera wasn't on him. Sure, he's Asgardian, but that leap of faith was so easily survived, I'm wondering why he ever takes the stairs. Does this flying truck not have air brakes or reverse thrusters? Or what I'm trying to say is it's going too fast. You got hit by a Loki and then ran into a statue. You're not momentuming correctly. Also, I'm glad to see the Casey's unscathed, but with that kind of proximity to this window, I'd have expected him to be a glass cactus right about now. Also, the flying truck crashes into a different floor of the building that Loki needs to be on just in time for his plot-luck dinner.
Should be fine.
We actually heard the vehicle thud, but it's flying in the background here. Why is thud? We'll find out that these Varachronos veins are a problem for the temporal garment industry because of a lack of space-time infrastructure. This season's taking a deep dive into logistics. Exactly what we wanted from a show about the god of mischief.
He disappeared right in front of me.
Actually, he disappeared right behind you.
Can I help you with something, X5?
If you're wondering if this character was in season 1, I'm here to assure you that I'm wondering the same thing.
You know, the funny thing about jet skis, everyone thinks that it's a personal watercraft, and it's actually a brand, same way Kleenex is.
So, Kleenex is a brand of personal watercraft. The line really cleared it up for me. Thanks.
Mobius. I don't care.
Why'd you ask?
Technically, he did not ask for your fun facts regarding Kleenex brand jet skis, but he did ask.
This one here, is this on the sacred timeline?
To which a simple answer would have been yes. Indicting office culture by pretending everyone here is too dead inside to react to someone violently time traveling.
Mobius, I was just doing my job.
If you're wondering if this character was in season 1, I'm here to assure you that I am wondering the same thing. No one in production thought about Loki's staff lining up with Kang's mouth in this shot. Or did they?
Make it make sense.
Marvel's one line of instruction after making a new director complete orientation by watching the entirety of the MCU somehow makes it into the episode.
No!
Should I care that this guy is asleep? Because I don't. I might later because of some timey-wimey nonsense, but that would be a branched reality, meaning in this one, I still wouldn't care. Some guy appears out of thin air and not 30 seconds later, you're so bored with him that he can sneak up on you and steal your weapon? We're pruning frescoes now? What's next? Tapestries? Valances? Sconces? Where does it end?
It was a draw.
Both kicked each other through time doors simultaneously?
Mobius would be excellent at TVSins.
I need a Loki who remains. We need to address the fact that you keep disappearing.
But do you? We'll soon see Loki solving his present problems in the past, and even after that, no one stops to say, hey, wait a second, this is actually pretty useful. In this episode, the duration of Loki's time travel seems to be directly linked to however long the plot needs him to be in a given place. In this instance, he has a quick pop out and back just for the fun banter of it.
Pretty arrogant. It's like calling yourself last man standing.
Shots fired. Somewhere Tim Allen's calling his lawyers and grunting at them about trademark disputes. Smartest person in the show is toiling away in the obscurity of the basement. Cliché. But also, that person is being played by the revivified effervescence that is Ke Huy Quan. I take back all the sins everywhere all at once. If I wasn't sure it wouldn't break the Sinpearl loom, I guess I'll just have to settle for the one.
How long has it been? Could it be 3 or 4?
400 years.
Episode feels like the series realized the limitation of time not working like that here in the last season, so they decided to suddenly retcon centuries of time into this season that do indeed work like that here.
Is he talking to you in the past and you're just now remembering it?
Wow, that makes perfect sense. There's no flaw in that logic.
I don't know how to sin this. They're doing time travel bullshit while immediately acknowledging it's time travel bullshit. It's so self-aware of its bullshit that it's trying to put me out of work, and that makes me angry. And when I get angry, I start sinning.
First off, someone in the time you want to end up in would need a temporal aura extractor.
Oh, a whoosy what's a thingamadoodle. I know all about those.
Have you heard about how if you fall into a black hole, you turn into spaghetti?
No.
Good. The less you know about that, the better.
There are probably other things to know about that, like why is it spaghetti and not linguine or penne? But I doubt that would make him feel any worse about the whole affair.
Well, I guess you two are ready to go.
Loki's time slipping enables them to quickly solve the time slipping problem, dooming us to infinitely ponder how Loki's actions in the past have altered this timeline. Because time does work like that here now.
What's the quality of life with no skin?
Death in most cases and pain in all the others. Stop making me find out these things. Patrick Stewart isn't on the other side of this door in this scene.
The temporal loom is the heart of the TVA. It's where raw time is refined into physical timeline.
Time bullshit. No, really. It's obvious they created this thing just for this season, if not for just this episode. And I'm frustrated because the first time I heard this, I went, oh, that makes sense. Can't just have raw time going wherever it wants.
It looks like a disaster.
It is a disaster.
Okay, if you say so.
To fix Loki's time slipping, you'll go out there and launch the extractor, which will pull Loki from the time stream before I need to close the blast doors.
Well, that certainly was a contrived mess of random shit that they have to do to make Loki less time slippy and more time sticky.
This timer is synced to the loom.
I can now see that OB is going to be the cue of this double Loki situation.
You've got about an hour. You've got about 5 minutes.
Acknowledging that your ticking clocks are arbitrary.
If I don't make it back,
You'll make it back.
Right, but when I use this thing, I might not make it back.
It's so cute that Loki doesn't know he's the main character. Also, this pruning stick doesn't go with him, so his clothes shouldn't go with him either. I mean, and the ticking clock. Not just the clothes, but the ticking clock as well.
It's the future.
Chekhov's touching of dead skin cells.
How the hell am I gonna hoof it in this?
You got to.
Or what?
What do you mean, or what?
That kind of temporal energy will peel the skin right off you, and Mobius will lose all of his skin.
How many times does this man have to tell you you're going to be skinned alive? Sir, that is not hoofing it. That's barely even bumbling and a stumbling. I know everyone's running for their life, but I still would have tried a, yo, anyone got a time stick to some of the people running past. You're lost, Loki. Ask for directions.
Mobius, you have 30 seconds.
Since you like giving out ticking clocks, could you at least let me know how much longer my Hot Pockets have to go in the microwave? I desperately need a time stick to prune myself, but wait a second, is that a phone ringing? Man, that's so creepy. Let me slowly walk towards it.
There is nothing you can do for him. He's lost to time.
No, he's in the future. You not knowing where he is does not make him lost. Taking an elevator during an emergency. Puny God Loki shooting out of this time machine right now is a literal Deus Ex Mischifa Ex Machina. Hunter B-15 said she'd take care of General Dox, which apparently meant just standing back and being a bystander. With that logic in mind, I've taken care of so many things in my life. I have been getting done.
All this for Sylvie?
You mean the Time Variant who's killed scores of your colleagues and eluded capture so effectively that the TVA decided to enlist an alternative version of her to aid in her capture? Yeah, seems reasonable to me. Okay, Marvel, I've perused ramblings you've scrawled across these post-it notes, and I have found that I don't care.
I want to try everything.
After all the struggles she's been through in her life, episode puts Sylvie through the gastrointestinal effects of the 80s McDonald's menu.
I keep the skin peeling, otherwise the little follicles don't have a chance to breathe, you know?
You just had an accident.
Yes, I know I just had an accident, you daffy bastard.
Jet skis, sea-doos. One of these calling your name, Mobius?
I don't know about calling.
Because I ran my jet ski into a Chipotle.
This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Oh, the sky's falling, Mobius. This changes everything.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Liv, what's the quality of life with no skin?
A little cold, a little hungry.
We're having power surges all through the TVA.
Did you just say to me?
Is it arrogant if you can back it up?
Well, can he back it up?
Yeah.
That's scary.
He's all Riverdance all the time.